Something that I wanted to point out here is that it's really wonderful to work in an environment with a lot of smart people. One, because I think it challenges you to think and work on a different level. And the analogy I use for my own life here is that I had a piano teacher when I was in high school, and she had a daughter who was 2 years older than me, named Laura Beckman. And this interesting thing happened with Laura when she was a junior in high school, which is that she tried out for the volleyball team. At the end of the tryouts, the coach came to her and said, "You know, Laura, we have a tough case. You're right on the borderline of being varsity. So we're going to give you a choice. You can choose to be on the varsity team, but you're going to bench the entire season. Or you can choose to go on the JV team, and you can start every game." And most people, when they're faced with that choice, choose to be on the JV team and start, because everyone wants to play more games. And interestingly, Laura picked the counterintuitive choice, and she said, "You know what? I'm going to go and play on the varsity team." And I remember everyone kind of scratching their heads at that. But what was interesting is a year later, when everyone came back to try out for senior year, Laura made varsity with flying colors and actually ended up being a starter her senior year. And all the people who started on JV their junior year ended up benching on varsity their senior year, which I think you guys can all relate that, benching your senior year of high school is a lot worse than benching your junior year. And when I remember talking to Laura afterwards, I said, well, what made you make that choice? And she just said, "I just knew that if I got to play with the better players, that it would make me better and that I would ultimately be able to grow and learn a lot." And I think the same thing happens on an intellectual level as well. And I just feel really lucky to be at Google, where there's a ton of smart people to learn from, because I think it makes